Everybody, as you saw, I previously shot down a hot air balloon was invaded. Had my flying buddy act up, so I had to give him similar sort of treatment. Put the old missile on him right over some high voltage, high tension power lines. I don't know if you can see, probably can't see that in the video. Made him got his attention there. He had an engine out, and but thankfully he uh, found a good safe spot to land. We got lots of big open space and got down and found this. So it seems my magic missile had taken out a chunk out of the side of his piston in his top 80. Now his top 80, I think he told me, has almost 200 hours or so on it. So it was probably time for an overhaul, which he's gotten done now. Thankfully, he's going to join me in the air tomorrow morning on another flight. But to show, he had the motor out happen at right when he was almost right on top of those high voltage lines. Certainly got his attention, I think, and as you saw, he circled around, landed safely in a big open field we got there. So with that highlight in place, we'll take you on the morning cruise that led up to it. Here's Roger getting in the air ahead of me, and I'll be following him right behind. It was a nice low wind early morning, as most of them are when we fly. So I've got a forward launch, run hard, pull it up. Gotta love how the Mac Para wings are fairly easy to launch. Usual paces of saying hello to all my construction worker buddies. And went out, did a little bit new territory, found that pond and really scenic area. That was, somebody had a nice little bit of an acreage there. Here I was flying low and kind of rustled up a cow that was laying on the ground. It must have been sick or something. Right after that, I'll put a slow-mo, there's a coyote that I was flying low and kind of scared up too. So this was a morning where a lot of surprises. Didn't expect that cow to be there at all. He was out by himself, like I say, probably sick or something to be off alone like that. But again, visit all the construction workers and just have a good old time. It was the winds were so light and smooth. I went ahead and got probably as low as I've ever gotten. The camera, the wide angle kind of fools it. I wasn't quite probably as low as that looked, but I had my feet dangling down in between the rails, I think. Get out, and I don't know if you saw that, there was a camouflaged Jeep sitting in the middle of one of the fields. Lots of stuff in the field. Flew by it a little slow. It's the U.S. mail Jeep in camouflage. Must have had a tough time delivering the mail out here to somebody working in the field. It's always amazing how much abandoned stuff is in the fields. I mean, some of that was kind of in between. Hadn't been abandoned real long, but just old cars and all sorts of stuff out in the edge of fields that people leave and just sits out there. Roger playing over some of the construction areas just before his engine out here coming in a few minutes. And like I said earlier, Roger landed out. So it was finish off my flight, get back to the launch site, and get the vehicles, everything put away so I could retrieve them and start the process of getting them back in the air. Looking forward to tomorrow morning's flight. I think he's already got his top 80 rebuilt and went through the break-in cycle on it. So should be a good morning.